When it comes to writing a web page, an email, a proposal, some kind of marketing material, how long does it need to be? How many words do you need? I get this question a lot and I want to dig into it. Hi, I'm Lisa with Paraphrase Communications, and I'm a copywriter and designer working with businesses to help them define strong brand positioning, develop all the brand messaging around it so that their marketing becomes way, way more effective. Because when your marketing is easy and fun to do, it means you're actually going to do it, which means you will get real results with your income and your impact. All right, so this idea of like, how many words do I need on the page or the screen, as it were? Well, there's a short answer and a long answer to this, right? But think about the fact that anytime you're delivering a marketing message, whatever it is, you want somebody to do something with that information. It can be something simple like you want them to comment on the article or share the article, sign up for an email, buy the thing, make a donation, become a member. You know, there's something that you want them to do. That is the purpose of copywriting, and that is why copywriting is a different type of writing than, let's say, writing a novel. Okay, so how many words do you need to get them to do the thing that you want them to do? Well, as I mentioned, there's a short answer and a long answer, just like this question is. The short answer is, well, it takes as many words as it needs to take. It takes, you know, it's going to be as long as it needs to be. But that's not a very helpful response, right? So let me give you the longer answer, and it involves thinking about copy in 3 ways. The first is complexity. How complicated is this thing that you're writing about? So let's say you are writing a sales page for a new program or service, and it's new to the market space. Like maybe it's a totally new thing, or it has a lot of steps involved. Well, then you're likely going to need more copy to explain what that is. There's going to be more education involved to get people to understand what the value is and the context of it. Okay, so that's the first, which is complexity. The second thing to think about is the call to action, or how big is the ask that you're making. So if it's big in terms of time or money, so again, the sales page that you're writing, if for the program is like 8 weeks long, well, that's a big commitment of time. Think about when you buy a car and how much research you might do to do that, because it's a big investment for most people. When the commitment is big, when the ask is big, you need more information. Most people want more information. They want to feel well informed. They want to feel, you know, good about that decision. So in those cases, you're probably going to need more copy. But let's say, on the other hand, if the ask is to sign up for the email list, well, that is a much, much smaller commitment, and therefore you're probably not going to need as much copy for that. Okay, so that's the second one, which is the call to action. The third thing to think about is, where is this person at in their journey with you, in this level of awareness? And we call it the buyer's journey, but you really just want to think about it in terms of like the relationship. Are they really new with you in the relationship? Or are they, you know, they've been with you for a while, they know who you are, they feel really familiar with whatever it is you're offering or writing about? So if they are on that end of the spectrum where, you know, they've been with you for a while, then they probably don't need as much copy from you. In fact, in some cases, it may be detrimental to have too much copy, because at that point, they're probably ready to take that next action. And if you inundate them with too much information, it can start to feel like feeling maybe oversold. On the other hand, if they're really new to you and they're not as familiar, well, then you're probably going to need to make that piece longer, provide more information. You don't necessarily need to provide it all at once, because that can be overwhelming, but that is a whole different strategy that I will talk about in some other training. All right, so to recap, the 3 things to think about in terms of how long the copy needs to be is, number 1, how complex. So if it's very complicated, then you're probably going to need more copy for it. And then conversely, if it's a simple concept, if it's, you know, something that's well known already, then you probably don't need as much. Number 2 is, how big is the ask that you're making? So that call to action. If it's a big one, then you're probably going to need more copy. And if it's something minor, like you want somebody to click on to the next page or share the article, then you're probably going to need less copy in that situation. And number 3 is, where are they at on this buyer's journey? How familiar are they with what you are talking about, and how ready are they to make that next step? So let me know how this landed for you. And if you have any questions about a marketing piece you may be working on and how long does it need to be, definitely ask me in the comments. I do these trainings every Friday, Facebook Live. I hope you'll join me for the next one. Thanks for watching.